Hello everybody and welcome to Xi'an, China. This is the FIBA Asia Cup Qualifiers Game Day 1 Group C battle between China and Mongolia. Well, the fans coming out and going to watch a little bit of history today as Mongolia eat at the big table, so to speak, for the first time. Japan, Guam already underway. Boy, that's a good one already. And also in this group coming up, you can see the next fixtures. So Mongolia, again, making a little bit of history here today. They will also be playing Guam, and you can look at where these teams are in the FIBA World Ranking presented by Nike. China, one of the traditional heavyweights in the world of basketball and international basketball, haven't had it all their own way lately. Of course, Japan with the automatic qualifying space for the Olympics following their performance at the FIBA Basketball World Cup that was played last year in, of course, Okinawa. Also, you had China playing. That was in Manila. Also games in Jakarta. But the bottom line was Japan finished as the highest ranked, the highest finish amongst all the Asian teams. So Mongolia, I mean, this is really the story, you know, that everybody everybody in the country will be watching them today come out and try to beat neighbors China. It's a huge ask, of course. Mongolia have certainly got some great basketball players, and they have done it on the 3x3 stage, and now they're coming out and looking to get it done here on the bigger stage of the Asian qualifiers, or rather the qualifiers for the FIBA Asia Cup 2025. Temujin Arambold, one of their signature players. Billy Batuvshin, you want to keep an eye on them. Amarba Skarlan, Ugu Bayar, Tumen Bayar, and then Anan Arambold as well. Uzi Orshir, Megmar Surin. Here's the team that everybody here has come to see today. This China national team, coached by Alexander Djordjevic. Again, things did not go according to plan for them when they played at the FIBA Basketball World Cup, and you know, hopes are always high for China. So from that standpoint, it was indeed a disappointment. It was a disappointment considering where they finished, 29th out of the 32 teams. But even so, hope springs eternal in China, trying to get back on track here with a strong campaign. And it's all about, I think, the culture and how long they're going to stick with Alexander Djordjevic. They've had a lot of homegrown coaches. They've had foreign coaches before, and in terms of pedigree, Djordjevic has done it. He's led Serbia's national team to the FIBA Basketball World Cup final. That was back in 2014, and also got him to the promised land when they played at the Olympics in Rio, but USA, of course, beating them there in that title game. So anyway, we've got a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of the People's Republic of China. 女士们、先生们，请保持肃立，奏中华人民共和国。
Okay, the national anthems have been played, and Vasileios Frakias, the head coach of Mongolia, goes and shakes the hand of Sasha Djordjevic, great player in his day. Of course, he won a World Cup, led former Yugoslavia to the World Cup in 1998. Here are the referees for today's game lining up. Prita Mwangmi from Thailand, Korea's Yong Hwan Lee, and then Oh Xiong Chan. So Mongolia's starting five today will be Ugum Bayar, Tumen Bayar, and also O Chirvat. Billy Badovshin, number 10, number 13, Ono Batar, and Naran Gelel, the number 19. Also Aaron Bold. Both Aaron Bolds coming off the bench today. And there he is, Vasileios Frakias, the head coach of Mongolia. Almost had the look of, oh my dear, what have we gotten ourselves into here going up against China. But hey, Mongolia, this is, you got to start somewhere, and they've already had the nice run through the qualifying to make it this far. And now they want to make the most of the opportunity. Starting five for China today will be Bu Mingxuan, number 3, Zhao Jiwei, number 4, Du Ronwang, number 18, Chui Yongxi, number 19, and Hu Jingqiu, number 21. And a lot of reinforcements coming off the bench for Coach Alexander Sasha Djordjevic. So Djordjevic has done most of his work in Europe, both with, as I said, Serbia's national team, coaching them at a couple of FIBA Basketball World Cups, getting him to the quarterfinals. That was back in 2019. I think a lot of expectations weren't met for Serbia there, especially with the lineup they had. But you know what? The World Cup is a very tough competition, and let's don't forget, he got him to the final in 2014 when people didn't think that was going to happen, and he also got him to the Olympic final in 2016. His last two tournaments, of course, he had Nikola Jokic in the team. But this is all about Asian basketball. It's about establishing a new identity, perhaps, or pushing the reset button, getting everybody on the same page. And you know, with the changeover in coaches, it happens all over the place, both for clubs, both for national teams. These guys are professionals. These players, they have to handle it. They can handle it. And I'm confident that they are eager to come out and put in a strong performance for China today, again, as they look to bounce back from the disappointment of last summer. So, hello everybody. We are underway in Xi'an, China, and coming right out, missing with that first three. Looks like a slightly undersized Mongolia going up right now against this starting five of China. Hu gets it down low and draws the foul. Hu Jingqiu, and the masked man, number 13 for Mongolia, Ono Batar, called for the foul. Mongolia perhaps hoping for a travel or a shuffling of the feet, but not called, and Wu goes to the line and misses the first free throw. So excitement abounds. This is what it's all about, folks. No better time in international basketball, in my opinion, than when you have the windows in basketball all around the world. And China take the early lead with the 1 of 2 effort from the free throw line. Badishin hands it off. Now it's Tumen Bayar. And first attempt no good from Ocherbat. Ooh, well, in traffic, turns it over. Now pulling up and electing not to put it up for Mongolia was Narangerel. Now putting on the deck, Badovshin to the corner. Ocherbat gets in, high arcing shot. How about that for the follow? Impressive stuff from Tumen Bayar. So the first basket for Mongolia, scored by the guard, and they take the early lead. Zhao Jiwei, he misses it from deep. Tumen Bayar chased it down. And really, we're not going to know much about Mongolia until, you know, first quarter and a half, 2 quarters. And right now, you have to say this is definitely a David and Goliath matchup. Goliath being China, but Mongolia coming out and showing they can play some ball already. Narangerel with the bucket. And talk about national pride. And again, these two countries, neighbors. So Batbayar Narangerel called for the foul. Zhao Jiwei, front back of the rim, and look at the authoritative rebound taken by Billy Badovshin. Now good defense reaching in, forcing the turnover was Cui Yongxi. And that's one thing that if you are Mongolia, you do not want to turn the basketball over and create easy opportunities for China. And now the steal. Talk about turnovers and easy opportunity. Oh! Well, a little bit of an ignominious dunk attempt from Billy Badovshin. Goes in. Almost looks surprised to be in that situation. It's a great sign that Mongolia are able to get those turnovers. And, well, all you can say is it happens to the best of us. But you don't want to spurn those easy looks. And I think that was definitely the right play. He just did not make the dunk, did not get it to go down. Now, Zhao Jiwei, again, another miss. No look of panic over there on the sidelines from Djordjevic, pacing in front of the bench. Nor should there be. We're still early in the game, 3.5 minutes. Ocherbat gets it back to Billy Badovshin. Maybe he'll get another attempt to dunk it. They have to settle for a very difficult, long, look at this, no box out, and Billy Badovshin, well, cleans up the mess. Best friend of the missed shot is the offensive rebound and putback. So his missed dunk now a thing of the past. Zhao Jiwei, his pass, oh, good hands. Mongolia active defensively, causing some problems. And again, another miss, this one Hu Ming-chuan. Hu Ming-chuan, excuse me. feel the buzz in the crowd here in Xi'an. Oh, nice pass. Nice finish. And Ono Batar lays it up and in, and masked man, crusader, whatever you want to say, another bucket. And Djordjevic says, we got to do a little bit better here. We need to have a chat here and slow down this Mongolia team, which is off to the races. Smart, intelligent basketball. Let's go down to the huddle and see if we can hear Coach Djordjevic. That was the right play. Well, you can only be impressed by Mongolia's start to the game, showing no signs really of nerves other than the missed dunk. And, well, coach has to be pleased so far with what he's seen out of his team. I don't think for a minute that Vasilev Frakias is thinking this is going to be a walk in the park, but he couldn't have asked for a better start, that's for sure. Basketball is a 40-minute game, and Djordjevic looking perhaps for some intensity. But you can hear one of the hurdles that you often have when you coach another country is a language issue. Here is a three-pointer, and that's much better. And the low five extended to do from Djordjevic, and now almost a turnover. Oh, double dribble. Djordjevic helping the referee make that call and turns and paces the other way. Ugun thinking that the ball had been knocked out of his hands. Ugun Tumen Bayar. So good response from China coming out of the timeout. And they spot the wide open Chong Shapong. So Chong Shuaipong with the layup. Billy Batterson missing. And the hustle is going to go back over to China now, who can tie it or take the lead. And this time China come away with nothing. This time China won this the FIBA Asia Cup back in 2015. All turned over. Now they've got it. Again, another chance to tie it, but again, the hands are up. I'll tell you what, you get a lot. Get your hands up every single time on defense, and you are going to get the basketball. We've seen it a couple times now, and a bit of fumbling and what have you. And Mongolia, I think, fortunate to get away, holding on to possession here. They need to get rid of it. So Chong Shuaipong signals to the ref, that was me. I committed the foul. There he is. There's Chung. He had the layup to close the gap to 8-6. So some reinforcements coming in. Well, they got off in time, and Chung has it. Crosses midcourt, gets it to the corner, gets it back. Ooh, wide open, not interested, says Young Hansen. Oh, nice pass, Young Hansen. How about that? Sneaking in from the baseline was Chu Jun Long. And Vasileus Fricka says, okay, now we need to talk about things. 7 minutes into the game, we've kind of ground to a halt here offensively and looking a little bit lost on defense. Just a smart play. I mean, it was, got to say, Young Hansen did the right thing, not being drawn into taking the open three, gets it down low and almost effortlessly makes that pass for the layup. Well, if you think you've seen Vasileus Fricka before, it's because he actually did coach at the FIBA Asia Cup back in 2015. When China last won it, coached Qatar. Coached numerous clubs over the years in Greece, Cyprus, Ukraine, and here he is now at the helm of Mongolia. And the reach and the foul, Zhao Jiwei. So Zhao Jiwei, one of the players that was with the club last summer. And you can hear that they're coming in number 30, Xu Ji-un, is one of the crowd favorites, and he has definitely played some good basketball for China in his short spell now. Very bad turnover leads to the break, and the dunk. Number 23, Abudu Shalamu checks into the game and throws it down. So China on a little bit of a run here, taking the lead. Uzi Orshir, Megmasurin, and again China, the long rebound. Oh. Boy, how many big guys? Oh, look at him. A little dipsy-do from number 20 of China, Young Hansen, who's looking at every bit the part. Silky smooth, number 20. And now some more careless ball handling. Mongolia about, oh, and they do turn it over and just suffocated. And there he goes again. Abudu Shalamu. And now another turnover, and well, this is not going well for Mongolia. The promising start, I mean, perhaps not altogether surprising, other than the fact that they did have the bright start, but they've lost their composure here and suddenly find themselves on the wrong end of a 12-0 run. Now make that 14-0 as Chung gets in and lays it up and in. Mongolia want to get to the end of this first quarter without completely going off the rails. Right now, it is not going well for the men in blue. Well, that's much better, turning and getting the foul. So, from Yang, no, Zhu. Well, I think, you know what, I mean, international results haven't been great for China, but the one thing that you have to say every single year, it seems like they have a good, young, promising prospect come on the scene. And already we've seen Young Hansen, the 18-year-old, come out and show his amazing promise. 2.16 meters in height. That's 7'1". Astan Garel's checked into the game. Asbayar Astan Garel. And so many, obviously Yao Ming had all of the plaudits, just an amazing Hall of Fame career. And people always wondering who's the next Yao, but this number 20, boy, he's got some skills. You can see it. Look at that. He gets another assist because drilling it was Chu Zhonglong. Shu Ji playing some D, number 30. Ooh, dangerous pass. And Shu. Oh, we've got a foul call from the other side of the court. Shu thought he had all ball. The referee that was close did not call it. I think Shu's saying I got all ball. And you know exactly what Georgievich is saying. Hey, the referee that was right there didn't make the call. You made it on the other side of the court. But Mongolia, they don't care. They're at the line, and they want to make the most of this opportunity. Well, we did see Young Hansen play last year at the FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup and really had an incredible showing for China. And the year before that, he played at the FIBA Under-18 Asian Championship. Also was terrific. So this is no surprise that he's had a bright start to today. Keep your eye on number 20. Just 18 years of age. There's the penetration. Oh, good block right at the rim from Mongolia. But then look at who picks it up. Young Hansen. Oh, look at this. He goes up for the throwdown. Was that a celebration? Patting it on the head, or was he saying I got fouled? Young Hansen. High fives, making his mark. Look at him. You're looking at the future of Chinese basketball, I'm convinced. Number 20. Already playing for the national team at this. So Abu Shalamu got swatted, but then Young Hansen gets it back. And what I like about him is he's always passing to the open men. And yeah, I think that's a little celebration he's got working there. Oh, the turnovers have killed this Mongolia team. End of one. China lead it 20-12 over Mongolia. Okay, so China, oh, that was pretty quick. China 8 of 11 inside the arcs, almost 73%. 60, almost 67% for Mongolia, but just 4 of 6. And I think where you worry ultimately going to be the turnovers, which have already been a problem. Seven turnovers for Mongolia, and leading to opportunities for China. There's Abdou Shalamu checking into the game, getting the dunk. And getting another dunk, Abdou Shalamu. And then you got the passing from number 20. So already, Young Hansen has 4 points. He has 2 assists. He has a steal. Hey folks, get courtside $18.91 in your smartphone. Just scanning that barcode to get video stream schedules, scores, and so much more. Something that you must have, especially this time of year with so many. Look at that, coming up with the steal right on cue. Young Hansen can't stay away from the commentary. Here it is. And again, the dump down low to Young. You can hear the buzz in the crowd when he gets his hands on the ball. Here he is. This time, maybe not the right decision. Aaron Bold, Amar Basagalan, Aaron Bold, Mag Marcerin, and Altan Garel on the court right now for Mongolia. That's some fancy dribbling and putting it up, but that attempt was too long, and the ball batted out to Shu, who runs into a little trouble. Oh, nice handoff. Another bucket for Abudu Shalamu. Ball goes out of bounds. So here come the reinforcements. Billy Batterson back in the game, number 10. He brings it up. The 18-year-old setting the pick. Now he's going to roll. He's open. Still got to work on the jumper, it appears. Here goes Shu. And the reach and the foul this time on Mongolia's number 11, Kantamu. Gotta be careful he doesn't get in a sportsmanlike. That would really complicate things. Well, the points off turnovers have been the real killer for Mongolia, with China scoring 10 already off of the 9 Mongolia turnovers. Here's Young Hansen. This time his pass deflected. Chance to get in transition, and they hold it up. Oh, nice give and go into the corner. Good recovery by China. And look at this, another turnover, and oh, a nice little Euro step from Chu Junlong. Billy Batterson, who missed the dunk, but then scored almost immediately after, and they're going to count it if it goes. Oh, I thought they would have counted that. So Young Hansen, all 18 years old of him, picks up the foul, and he's going to come out of the game. What a debut here for the senior team. It's almost possible to say worth the price of admission, at least for this first quarter. Now he's going to get some coaching over on the sidelines from Djordjevic, who I think sees in the young man a lot of promise. Here is, again, another, oh, nice little touch pass. Beautiful play from Mongolia's number 11, Kantamu. Chu dribbling around, gets it back to Chung. Here's Shu. Between the legs, back to Chung. Now down low to Hughes, check back into the game. Ooh, almost another walk. They end up getting a long jump shot. I think a couple times Hu looks like his footwork is a little suspect. And now throwing the forearm to get the defense off of him, and Kantamu picks up the offensive foul. This is what you love, folks. Packed house here in Xi'an, China. The FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, international basketball, wall to wall. Make sure you can watch games all the time for the next 5 days. It doesn't get any better. Here is the dump down low, and who goes up? Hu Jingchu with the bucket. And it's now getting out of hand here from Mongolia, down 15 points. They need to put the brakes on this run for China. Oh, nice handling, and then Hu with the bump. That's another turnover. They got to go quick. They do, and really bad. Excuse me. It's Ono Batard. Can't get it to go. And who's not going to? Oh no, he's not going to get points. With the miss. Gets the second one to go. So going out, Abudu Shalamu goes to the bench. Now it's going to get coached up a little bit. And Bayar back over to Ochirbat, to Billy Badovshin, wide open on the wing. Oh, that was a good looking shot, but it didn't drop for Naran Gadel. Chung back out to the wing, and the miss from Wong. Ruiza. So you're up 16. There's no need to, I think, even think about using the coach's challenge unless it becomes a close game. Nice handles. Oh, going to town, going to work. Number 4, Ugu Bayar, Tumen Bayar. Number 4 on the floor and showing some hooping and scooping, and now it's time for China to try to come up with an answer. Oh, and the ball turned over, and again, oh. And that's going to be China's 3rd foul. So Ono Batar is slow to get up. He's already got the face mask. Clearly not 100%. Just nothing on purpose there. Just the physical nature of the basketball game. Sometimes you turn into the the defense that's running behind you. He wasn't going to keep dribbling because he didn't want to lose it. So again, Mongolia pulling up the jump shot. Missing it this time, Tumen Baibar, and the basketball's going to stay at this end. So Du Run Wong was checked into the game. Look at him scrapping away with Billy Badishin. So the crowd favorite, Shu, goes over. Shu Jia, and well, must have played pretty well. Georgievich isn't going to stop and talk to him. Zhao Jiwei into the game, and they inbound the basketball. Mongolia get an easy one from Billy Badishin. Well, just a little bit of a recovery here for Mongolia, giving them a little bit of hope, but then they give up a layup to who? Backdoor cut, wasn't there. Billy Badishin for three. Oh, the bank! Did he call bank? He says, I got fouled, I want a 4-point play. Blow the whistle. And that leads to a timeout from Georgievich. Badishin clearly able to create his own shot, whether it's on the drive or from three-point range. Let's go down to the bench.
On every lob, Prezi, on every lob, there is a lob for you. They are helping right away from the corners. Be their corners. See it, okay? Let's go. We play horns up, horns. Watch out on zone. Watch out on zone. Play two sides. Okay. Horns regular and continue. Play two sides. Two sides. Zone on all zones. Let's go. 注意反跑啊！哎，一过来板，一过来板。
The Mongolia live and kicking. They were reeling a little bit, but thanks to Billy Badishin's banked three-pointer. Now 11-point game. Oh, look at that, the big rebound. And the putback. Oh boy, that's a killer for Mongolia. You get the miss, but you got to keep the big fella away from the basket. And that's easier said than done. Hu Jingcho. Already with 8 points, Hu. And sinks the free throw. Some full court pressure. Let's see how Mongolia handle it. Keep an eye on number 18, Du Run Wong. He's a physical player, trying to stick with Billy Badishin. Oh, look at Billy Badishin. Oh, nice pump fake. Put him on the highlight reel. Once again, back-to-back possessions for Billy Badishin. 11 points. And now he gets the rebound. Get down before they set up. They end up with a wide open three. And excellent work with the rebound. He's going to go right back and attack. And now this time they get the baseline jumper. Great hustle, not on Guerrero. And just like that, it's a 10-point game. You can see they're very eager to get up the floor quickly. And the ball lost out of bounds by Hu Ming Shun. So he's gonna, Georgievich is gonna make some substitutions here and bring in Chui Yongxi. Also back into the game for Mongolia now. Astan Garel, Azbayar Astan Garel. And a little bit of full court pressure. They're able to get it up nearly 8 minutes into the second quarter, in Mongolia with a pulse. Looked like they were about ready to get run out of the gym. But then Billy Badovshin had other ideas. And perhaps not a bad time for a timeout. 9 points for Hu Jingqiu, as well as Zhu Junlong for China. And 11 from Billy Badovshin is a game high for Mongolia.
One pick for Tommy. Tommy comes over here. And say, pick up the ball, you and Tommy. So they switch the pick, and say Tommy against the big guy. And everybody open. And you have the Tommy to go inside. You let Tommy to take open on against one.
Go under the basket. Under the basket. Let's go. Guys, we need to play defense. Hey, start on defense. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, this is a Mongolia team that clearly believes. It's fired up. It's an emotional day for this team as they come out to show they can play on the big stage with China. And certainly everything that we've seen from them in this first half. Okay, they've had a roller coaster first half, but one thing that has not been in short supply has been confidence. And look at this execution right out of the timeout. Seen that a couple of times today from Mongolia. That is a great sign for the coach. And ball fumbled to get it back. Here's the pass to the corner, and offensive rebound. Well, open, and another offensive rebound, and who goes up, misses, gets another offensive rebound, and then he is fouled. And this is the issue. They got the pump fake. There's that little pump fake, and Billy Badovshin from behind, Mongolia hoping they were going to call travel. So who going to the line?
One. Move up the shot. Move up the shot. Move up the shot.
And rattles in the second one. That allows Abudu Shalamu coming in back into the game. Good D. Pass it around, not settling for a rush shot. Tumen Bayar leans in. Maybe passed up a better opportunity there. Abudu Shalamu has it. Crowd gets excited. The handoff. A little bit out of control going in, but the offensive rebounds of Hu are just killing Mongolia. Great work from number 21. Somebody's got to find him and box him out. Oh my goodness, we have seen some moves today. Ochir back with the latest, and now they get it back. And great work, Mongolia. The foul, and China in a little bit of a rush turning it over. Boy, you can't look away. You can't switch off with Mongolia because they are crafty. So they got a chance here to finish the first half with a bucket and take a little bit of momentum to halftime. Here we go again, and this time the swat. And I think there might be a little bit of time left. Ochir bot.
The ball goes out first. Please trust me. Ball goes out first. 1 second.
Okay, so 1 second still. So time to catch and shoot. Maybe throw it up near the rim. This has been the player of the game from China with his ability to get to the offensive glass, get second opportunities.
0.1.
Somebody's saying 0.1. Oh, so the only thing they can do is throw it at the rim. That is the only chance they have. It's got to be at the rim. Nope. Not going to work. So Mongolia, I think, can take some confidence from that first half, especially the way they came back to stay in the game. But right now, China on top, using their size and rebounding to their advantage. They lead it 39-29 over Mongolia. Well, Yao Ming perhaps pleased with what he's seen. His team 14-21 inside the arc, just 2 of 10 from deep, but it's enough. Surprisingly, just 1 more rebound, but 6 more assists. And again, they've capitalized on so many Mongolian turnovers as being the biggest weakness of Mongolia. Badashin has 11 for Mongolia, 13 for Hu, and Zhu also amongst the leading scorers for China. Well, feast your eyes on some of the highlights from that second quarter. That was a great little play from number 11, Kang Tamu. And then you had going the other way, number 26, Chu Junlong. And then that was Chu with the jumper. And this is the fella that they can't seem to do anything with, Mongolia, who spinning his way to all those points. But full credit to number 4, Tuamin Bayard, backing his way down and scoring. There's Billy Badashin making the 3, using the glass. He wanted the foul on Hu, but didn't get it. I think that was a good no call, in fact, looking at the, oh no, well, maybe there. He's close to taking away his landing space, close to fouling. There's Hu, catching it down low, scoring. Yeah, and I think that's a good call. You could see Mongolia's number 13, Ono Batar, with a little push right at the end. Didn't help his case. Billy Badashin really having an exciting game. And here they are, and Hu just an offensive rebound and putback that really, really hurts Mongolia, who are down by 10 points at halftime.
education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
And the fair zone! And that time the threat of the three-pointer and having to guard everybody, the movement was perfect. Look at Paul Baker now. His ball handling. Juan Swanton gives it back to Baker. Wow. Tries to hit every dunk so hard. Look, they got to hurry. They got to get the three. Good. Gets blocked. Eldarowitz has the basketball. Lebanon has shot China. Unbelievable. Will New Zealand be content to let some time go? No, he's going to go in. Oh, he does it. Goodness me. What has Lynn Cameron not done at this FIBA Asia Cup? Here he goes again, Arakci. But then he turns it up. No, almost. Yes, he does indeed. And now they pass it up. Here comes Abu Hawass. Oh, he gets blocked by Ali. Whoa! What a sensational swat. Well, Maker back in the game. As the D goes up, he gets blocked by Pender. Wow. That is a big block.
For me, that's the best block of the tournament.
The hero of this tournament overall has been Arakci. Here he goes. Puts it up and in. Jordan still have time with 11.8 seconds remaining. Coming up on the 1 minute mark here. And Dwight goes in, and boy, does he put the Saudi on the poster. You feel kind of bad for Al-Hawsawi, maybe a bit naive.
He'll be having nightmares for weeks on that one.
This is not to pick up a third foul. Freddie, he was going in for a dunk.
That's great defense, leading to fast break offense.
2-point game, Zenabas. It might be a three anyway. Abraham! Oh! You are kidding! You cannot believe it! It is stunning! Stunning shades in Jakarta! Freddie Abraham! Steady Freddie! Has finally stood up to be counted! Incredible! That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, Billy Batterson leading the way for Mongolia. He has 11 points. You can see his numbers for 5 inside the arc is he missed a dunk. and he's 1 of 2 from three-point range. And the 3 he made right with Hu in his grill. Here he was scoring after the tap. Almost a little unfortunate not to get the foul called here as well. Looked like he got fouled just as he went up. And maybe could have argued perhaps. Yeah, I think he got away with a foul there potentially as well. So you can see these things even out. Du Run Wong. Here is Hu coming out and guarding him, and whether or not he meant to bank it in, it doesn't matter because it went in. And here's Hu has been getting it done. Look at that, 13 points. Just really hard to stop, and especially so because they're not keeping him off the glass. He's grabbing a lot of offensive rebounds, but even when he catches it and goes to work, he's having some success. But 13 points, 6 rebounds, plus 16, the highest rated efficiency player for China at this stage. So wall-to-wall basketball, thrilling games. Yes, indeed. We had a really good one with South Korea and Australia, which Australia came back to win earlier today. The first one of the day was down under. Japan had a real fight with Guam before pulling away 77-56. Chinese Taipei and New Zealand trading blows midway through the 4th quarter. That's a close game. And we'll remember how Chinese Taipei went out against Jordan at the last FIBA Asia Cup. Thailand, Indonesia going at it. Hong Kong and the Philippines. And just a lot of terrific basketball as you look at Dilgun Badashum. We call him Billy. Oh, Billy. He's had a great game. He's got 11. And there's Young Hansen, who's had the great little entry to the game. Exciting to see him come back in, just 18 years of age. Abdou Shalamu, again, number 23, has a couple of dunks. Chung has been active, as has Chu Junlong, number 26, and of course Hu is hooping and scooping. Hu Jingcho with the game high 13 points, 5 offensive rebounds. So that has been a real problem for Mongolia to this stage. So China again able to fully focus on matters of getting to the FIBA Asia Cup, trying to reassert their dominance in Asia. They will not be at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournaments. And it's an opportunity for them to really have a good qualifying campaign going to the FIBA Asia Cup if they qualify, which I think everybody expects them to. And really be ready to throw down the gauntlet to the rest of the opponents. But it's kind of hard to know what to make of them after this first half. It looked like they were about to open it up. Of course, I think they could probably strengthen the roster a little bit. But Mongolia, you have to say, have certainly, I think, won some admirers with their first half performance today. And the question is, can they keep it going here in the second half? See no reason why they can't, but the main concern that they're going to have is, again, keeping China off the glass. keeping him off the offensive boards, because that's where China has been doing a lot of damage. And also, you know, stop turning the ball over. That has been a real problem for Mongolia in this game. China scoring 15 points off of the 12 Mongolia turnovers. And on the other hand, Mongolia is scoring just 6 points off of China's 8 turnovers. The guy that really earns his living is the translator. So much pressure. I think the Chinese players, they'll understand a lot of what Djordjevic says already, but the translator basically, he's got to think quick. He's got to get the message over. The coach wants to make sure that the players can understand what the coach is getting at. Your bot number 8, he's been active, as has that man right there, Bat Bayar, Naran Garel. Well, FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Download the app and get all of the information that you want about this great event, this great qualifying campaign. They worked so hard in Asia to put these games on, and again, a lot of excitement around both of these teams. Mongolia trying to make it to the FIBA Asia Cup for the first time, and China, of course, among the giants of Asia, who haven't been playing like giants of late, but looking to get back on top. Second half action is underway. And how about that, coming right out, Du Run Wong. So his second three-pointer. Zhao Ji-wei reaching in and called for the, they're going to call an offensive foul on Ugu Bayar, Tumen Bayar. In fact, they call it the double dribble, and now he's going to lay it up and in. Gets ahead on the break. Ugun Bayar. Tumen Bayar with 6 points. Here's another three. Du Run Wong, excuse me. This time off target. Here's another chance for Mongolia. And this time the swat is there, but he gets it back. It's going to be Naran Garel for 3. How about that for Mongolia? It's an 8-point game. Nearly a minute and a half into the third quarter. Mongolia hanging tough. Hu has it. Which way is he turning? Passes it back outside. Bounce pass back to Hu. He goes up, and there for the follow, Du Run Wong. Point slow to register on the graphic. It's a 10-point lead for China. And Bayar missing. Nice bounce pass to Hu. And China not taking no for an answer. I mean, you could see that Mongolia trying to clog the paint there, but still China able to feed it down low and get the high percentage looks. So it was an 8-point deficit. Now 4 straight points by China. They got to go quickly. And Zhao Jiwei reaches in, knocks it off of Ono Batar. Oh, behind the back pass, Zhao Jiwei, a little bit of showtime. And Hu, once again, the beneficiary. Lead now. 14 points, 15 assists overall for China. 32 of their points scored in the paint. Zhao Jiwei steals it, goes behind the back, passes up to Du, who lays it up and in. And that means a timeout for Mongolia. This thing getting away from them all of a sudden.
Stop now, 1 time to Bobby, try for a foul. Okay, after the pass, start, replay.
Let's go. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes.
We have the play.
Let's go.
Well, we've seen Mongolia kind of flip the switch out of timeouts. Let's see if they can do it again. Full court pressure almost gets a turnover for China. A lot of minutes being played by Ugun Bayar. And there is a defense from Hu. Good defense. Billy Badushan hasn't really been able to get many touches. Good defense from Mongolia. Turnover on Hu Ming Shun. So Hu Ming Shun's going to go out. Chung is going to come in. And also getting a break is Ugun Bayar. So into the game is Ol Zi or Sheer. Oh, nice handles. Passes back outside. Oh, look at the swat. The rim protection. Mongolia save it in bounds. But here comes China once again. Chung from the elbow. And again, the offensive rebound and putback. Du Run Wong. By the way, that was Hu that had the block, adding to his impressive show today. So Du Run Wong called for the foul, the hold. So back in the game, Kantamu, number 11. Billy Badushan, well, tried to feed Oh no, Batar, but I think probably the right thing was either to shoot or pass it back out clearly. Run done Wong. And Billy Batterson called for the foul, trying to keep the ball from getting inside. Who has just been a hurdle that this Mongolia team has not been able to clear today. His size has caused real problems. Here it is again. Who catches it, turns, and dunks. Now the full court pressure. They break it this time. Nice bounce back. Oh. And it looked like China's number 26, Chu, might have gotten away with a bump. So, looked like the ball also clearly went off of Mongolia. Oh, we're going to have a head coach's challenge on this one. So 20-point lead, and Sasha Djordjevic wants to go in for the kill. So let's go down and listen to the referees. Okay, so we're not miking him up. Chu, to me, looked like he kind of clattered into the Mongolian player and got away with a potential foul. And it could be that China are going to get the basketball. Mongolia trying to weather the storm here with 14.5 minutes remaining, trailing by 20. Now an offensive foul called on who? Another turnover, and this time the foul called on Ocherbat. Chong goes down. Well, definitely good minutes from Du Run Wong. He sits down now. And Abudu Shalamu checks back into the game. And now the referees want to have a look. Wow. They have upgraded that to an unsportsmanlike. didn't see that coming. Referees wanted to have a look at it. They examined it. And leading by 20. The unsportsmanlike foul, and you could almost argue some of the final nails in the coffin being driven in here from China, the way they've played in this third quarter. Biggest lead of the game for China, 21 points. Zhao Jiwei back to who? We've said that before. And another bucket. This one from number 26, Chu Jungyong, one of the leading scorers today for China. Now the reach. Chung knocking it away from Billy Batterson. Chu has 11 points. Zhao Jiwei gets it to the wing. Abdou Shalamu. Now they pass it around again, and Zhao Jiwei has to launch it right at the end. And another offensive rebound, and another offensive rebound. And 3 seconds. It seemed like a fast 3 seconds with the missed shot. I don't see how they can call that, but anyway, I don't think they're going to worry too much about it. And you can see exactly what Georgievich was telling who. He's like, listen, get rid of the ball, pass it back out. Don't just hold on to it. But with a 23-point lead, all to do now for Mongolia. They're going to have a near perfect finish to this game. Got to really pick up the defense, got to make some shots. Oh, nice play. Knocking outside. Been impressed by Uzi Orshir. Here he is. And just lost track of time. A little bit too much dribbling. Chung. And the pass thrown right into the hands of Uzi Orshir, who gets it right up the floor to Kan Tamu, who lays it up and in. Well, that would definitely be the best thing to happen for Mongolia, would be for their defense to come up with some steals and get some opportunities. Uzi Orshir here. Whistled for the foul. Well, this time, Abdou Shalamu almost turns it over. And finally, China not able to get an offensive rebound. Now Billy Batterson loses the handle, and the ball. Okay, so they're going to change this if they challenge it. And they will challenge. To me, it looks like he goes on China. So indeed, Mongolia challenge now. No challenges left for either coach. And with 1:43 to go in the third, Mongolia again in a situation right now where they need to get points on every possession. Uzi or Sheer, high arcing three, doesn't drop. Oh, almost a foul by the 18-year-old. Handles it quite well though. There he is, backing his way down. Look at that. He's got some moves. He's going to get better. Kantamu in trouble. Shot clock winding down. They got to get it up. Uzi Sheer, high arcing runner. Doesn't come close. Oh, how about that? How in the world did China's Cui Yongxi score that? Didn't look like there was any space for him to fit in. So the lead back to 23, and Mongolia just really struggling to get stops. There's a three attempt. Final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Can China get another bucket? And the 18-year-old loses his handle. But China really flexed their muscles. (59-36), China on top of Mongolia at the end of three. So you can look at the numbers, digest them. A lot more makes inside the arc for China, shooting at a higher percentage, doing much better. And Djordjevic, excitable, wants to talk to his players to keep their minds laser focused. Well, that's how the second half started. Du Runwong bearing the three-pointer, and that kind of set China on their way. I mean, there were some good moments. Good moments for Mongolia, but a lot better. Just a more dominant display by China, as you can see, and especially who just keeps pouring in the points. Here he is dunking it. He's got 19. He had 13 at halftime. So you've got 6 groups in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, and you look at this particular group, Group C, with Guam, with Japan, China, Mongolia, and so, you know, Guam's not going to be, you know, that's going to be probably a tough game. You would think definitely for Mongolia, maybe for China. They gave Japan a really good game today. That was in Japan, and the fourth quarter now underway. New Zealand ended up pulling away from Chinese Taipei. Feet set. three-pointer and off target, now leads. Well, couldn't pick it up cleanly. Narangarel. See the 5 that's on the court for Mongolia. Started back in Ugun Bayard. And Obirchat. This is from deep, goes down. Ochirbat. Uh-oh, the 18-year-old. Oh. Travels. Good job by Ochirbat. Ochirbat gets it over to his point guard, Ugun Bayard. Billy Batterson tried to make it look like he was going to hand it off, then knifed his way through the defense and drew the foul. Ochirbat tries to go up strong and gets swatted. And this time, Narangarel with the foul. Oh, Chung also kind of making some contact with his left elbow. Look at this. Bam! You see the head snap from Narangarel. And the big, he's got a soft, great hands, soft release. And I'd repeat, it is exciting watching this China team when he is on the floor. I mean, he's not the finished article, far from it, but he's got the potential clearly. I'm sure Yao Ming must be excited about him. Shot clock winding down. Here he is again. Oh, are you kidding me? He wanted to dunk it. He lost it in mid-flight, and the ball went in anyway, and he's fouled. And his teammates can't quite believe it. Look at this. He is definitely going to throw this down, and then just lost it and scored anyway. And I think fortunate to get a foul called. He goes to the line for a three-point play. So 9 points for Jan Hansen. Definitely one of the talking points of the day. Hasn't been decisive, but has shown flashes of his potential. Billy knocks it down. Here he goes again, and he's definitely going for the dunk. And the crowd, he wants a foul called. And the crowd just is buzzing when the 18-year-old has the basketball. How about that? Ochirbat with the three, getting it back to a 22-point deficit. So timeout has been called by China. kind of really asserted their authority in that third quarter to seemingly put this beyond reach. They would really have to kind of implode here. Back in the game, number 30. Here's Yang. Chung, top, and misses everything. Chung plays for Zhejiang Suzhou Club. Oh, almost got away. They end up with an easy shot, and knocking it down is Ugo Bayard, Tuman Bayard. Cutting it back to a 20-point deficit. Oh, here he is. Oh, look at that. Graceful, smooth. I think we're going to be using the word silky smooth to describe his play. Just too much size in there for Ugo Bayard. Gets swatted by Billy Batterson, and then traveling has been called on number 19, Chui Yongxi.
Timeout. Timeout, blue.
So Mongolia now going to call timeout. Just under 5.5 minutes remaining. And you know, some of the obvious things for me is, even if they're boxing out, they're going to struggle at times against this Chinese team. Their size, their height, but they've battled Mongolia, and I think they'll get better. They'll be better in their next game against Guam. Guam will not be taking them lightly. That's for sure, not after watching the game tape on this one. I mean, you're talking about a 7-foot kid, 7'1". And he's 18, and obviously he's been on the radar for the last few years, and now already playing for the senior team in these qualifiers. Would he play in the Asia Cup team? Well, I don't see why he wouldn't have a chance if China qualify. Tough drive, but not. Oh, here he is. Not giving up on the basketball that time. Ugo Bayard gets the steal. And those are the types of things that Djordjevic will be talking about in the post game. passing has been good. Look at that. Wow. He's going to finish with some assists today. Good job, Shu, knocking it down. So he's got the 3 assists to go with his 11 points. First 3 points for Shu. He had missed his previous 3 shots. Shot clock about to expire. They got to get it up quickly. They do, just in the nick of time. Navangarel. Chung off the front of the iron. Chance to run now for Mongolia, 3-on-1. Oh, and Billy Batterson is able to absorb contact and keep going. Look at this. Nice job by Billy Batterson. Here he is at the free throw line. Hasn't been able to get it going in the second half. Takes his time, makes it the 34-year-old. And makes 1 of 2. 3x3 player as well, Billy Batterson. Here's Young Hansen again. Able to get it to go. Mongolia, everybody asking for a travel over there on that Mongolia bench. Oh, almost a travel there from Batterson, but he turns it over anyway. Chung gets it back to the 18-year-old. Uh-oh, he's going to go to work. Oh, nice pass. 3-point look. Third 3-pointer of the game for Du Run Wong. Spinning, hooping, and scooping, and scoring was Ugo Bayard. And again, he's had to play a lot of minutes today, but has done well. Du Run Wong this time scoring down low. Boy, he's ended up having a huge game for him. He's got 17 points. Only who has more points? Tumen Bayard has 10 points. Jia Hao checks into the game. Billy Batterson goes out. So back into the game for Mongolia. Azbayar Amstangarel. And his touch does not. It's not good. Turns it back over. There's the dub. And number 16 right off the bench scores. Yuji Hao. First bucket of the game for him. And jump shot from the elbow is good. So Mongolia ending up getting blown out here by 31 points. They really gave a good, make it 29 points. They really gave a good account of themselves for a long stretch, especially in the first half. But second half has, for the most part, been one-way traffic. Not that Mongolia has not battled and not fancied their chances. Chu Junlong with the foul. Ochir Bat played a lot of minutes today as well. Out to the corner. And the ball bounces over the head of Amarbas Scarlan. And another bucket. Again for China's number 16, Yu Ji Hao. 80-49. So the first game in these qualifiers, not what Mongolia was hoping for. It has been very convincing by China in the second half, outscoring them 20-7 in the third quarter, now 21-13 in the fourth. 0.3 seconds left. So there are the two coaches meeting at midcourt. Not sure what they're talking about, but just a convincing win in the end for China, 80-49 over Mongolia. Well, China have spoiled the party for Mongolia, and certainly made some headlines with Yang, the 18-year-old, coming out, with Hu really dominating, Zhao Ziwei with some spectacular plays, Du Run Wong coming out playing really strong in the second half. Also Chu Junlong coming out and playing well, but Mongolia gave it everything. And 16-34 inside the arc, just under 50%. 4-17 from deep Mongolia, 5 of 19 from China. I mean, the numbers are just better for China. It's no surprising. The assists, the rebounds, although Mongolia's rebounding, to be fair. Wouldn't say they got dominated on the boards. Just had a hard time keeping China off the offensive glass. Who had the game high for China, 19 points. Du Run Wong also finished with a big game. So China, as Mongolia get ready, they're going to go back, change, talk about whatever, have their lunch, have their dinner. In fact, it'll be dinner. It'll then be a case of getting ready for the next game. Guam and China, meanwhile, will turn their attention quickly to Japan. But you have to savor the play of the 18-year-old. Here he is, number 20, catches it high. He's just smooth. He's just scratching the surface of his potential. He got a little bit of luck there. Ball slips out of his hands, and it still went in, and he also got the foul called. Ochir Bat hitting a three-pointer. He's a scrappy player. He battles. And the Mongolian contingent had a lot to cheer about. I mean, really throughout the game. I mean, they have to be proud of what their team did today. But the reality is China has 18-year-olds like this that they're trotting out. Chu hitting it from deep. Shu rather, and there again, another easy bucket from the young big. Du was knew what to do when he called it out on the perimeter. But you have to like the passing as well by the 18-year-old. So young Hansen had 13 points, 4 assists to go with his, as well as 3 rebounds. He had a couple of steals. He did turn it over 4 times. And then China has this young big guy coming in and getting it done, Yu Ji Hao. So there they are. 2 very experienced men in the game of basketball with a little chat after the game. So China and Japan both win their opening games in Group C. You can see Japan pulling away from Guam earlier. And Guam and Mongolia both 0-1. It'll be Guam and Mongolia playing next, and China will travel to Japan. That is going to be tasty.
没啥事儿啊。